Welcome to the St. Louis Park Rec Center and another season of exciting St. Louis Park girls hockey. I'm John Fromm, and along with John Basill, we're going to bring you several of the Orioles girls and boys hockey games this year. The starting lineups are being introduced, and John, glad to have you aboard as our color man.
It's good to be back again, Frommer. It's good to see you.
Oh yeah, we're back at it with the two Johns up here. This is only the second Oriole home game. They're 0-2-1 as you see on the season, and they're playing a rematch against the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, who they battled last year. And getting the call in goal for the Orioles tonight, as you see on the right side of your screen, there's Peyton Staffney, who started all three of the games so far, John, right? Senior goalie.
Senior goalie, been very solid.
And there you see number 15, Natalie Vig, coming out for the Orioles. She'll be on one defensive position.
That's number 6 coming out as well.
It's Alyssa Meredith, you see, also a defense woman. I don't always just say defense woman, defenseman. I've got to get that. You. and there's number 14, Michaela Jones-Klossing.
Lauren Brune-Bryant, number 2, starting.
Yep, Lauren got a goal, I believe, in the first game. She's a senior.
And number 20, which should be, I believe that's Maris.
Yeah, Maris Cunningham. So we're going to step away momentarily for the anthem here. Stick with us here on 16. A stirring rendition of our national anthem here with the recorded music. As we mentioned, first broadcast of the year for hockey. I believe Paul Broughton and the staff have scheduled, I believe we're going to have 8 Park girls and boys games on this year. Here you take a look at number 30 for the Zephyrs. That's one of the stories of the game and the season, according to Coach Laura May from Mahtomedi. That's 8th grade goalie Johanna Ficadente. And you'll have to forgive me, Mahtomedi fans, if I mispronounce that, but I believe that's correct. I talked to Coach a little bit about her, and Johanna has been somebody, as you take a look at her save percentage of .960, she's actually played in both games, but she's actually somebody that they're really excited about. This is a veteran Mahtomedi team that the Orioles are going to face today. They played last year in a really close game, and Mahtomedi returned every one of their players from last year. So the Orioles, who have a good nucleus themselves, will have their work cut out for them tonight. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And, you know, that 8th grade goalie they got starting with a save percentage in the first couple games of .96 and a goals against of 1. There's a reason she started on this team as an 8th grader. So the Orioles will have to work hard to finish their opportunities.
There you see the line on Staffney, the senior goaltender, also in at 90%. The Orioles adorned in their orange sweaters with the black striping. Emma Bartholomew will take the draw for Mahtomedi, and she's against Maris Cunningham. One of the captains and seniors for Mahtomedi, Dean's back on defense, relays the puck forward to Bartholomew. Bartholomew, the center, will just dump it down low and get some help from a right wing support position. Puck is centered out front. Number 11 for them, that's Marshall with a shot. It's deflected and pushes into the corner. Nice work by Natalie Vig down there as she's able to sweep it up the boards, and then the Orioles golf it down for an icing to relieve some pressure.
Yep, at first they got a little early pressure there by Mahtomedi, and quick line changes early on in the game. And the next line comes out for St. Louis Park.
Yeah, a little line mismatching there, which might have been something Donnie wanted to do, where that was the #1 unit for Mahtomedi. There you look at Coach Williams and Evers, part of the staff there. Off the face-off win, St. Louis Park does get possession here, and this is Elena Basill who puts it right in on net, and she follows her own rebound strongly, getting support there with Molly Arnson. The two leading scorers paired together tonight. Arnson gets the pass out front. Back to the point that time. Sophia Noreen with a wrister momentarily broken up by Bartholomew. Possible 3-on-2 here for Mahtomedi. A nice drop pass executed on the weak side there. And McAlpine and Rathmanner will gain possession down low there. And we'll have a momentary stop there. So nice to see Molly and Elena playing together. Elena is just one of the best stories in Minnesota high school hockey. She suffered really a tough situation last year with her concussion that happened that ended her season abruptly, but we'll talk a lot about that later as you see Sophia Noreen getting the gate here at 15:57 of the first period.
Got her on they're going to call a tight game, got her on a very light hook. And put the Orioles shorthanded very early here in the period. In the offensive zone, Molly had a nice give and go there to Elena, which gave them an opportunity. Their first really good shot on net.
Right.
We'll see what happens. We'll see how their penalty kill does here.
And puck behind the net is controlled by the Zephyrs. Dean back on one of the defense positions that time, along with Marshall out there. That's #5 Hagstrom out there with Selwood down in the corner, winning the battle down low. And here's Berglund behind the net. Back to Bartholomew, and the puck momentarily loses his own. And here's Dean, one of the senior captains for Mahtomedi. She'll squeeze it up the sideboards over to Marshall there. They're going to log a lot of ice, the senior co-captains for the Zephyrs on defense. Nice break up there at center ice. Puck is momentarily stopped and then broken in that time by Seidel. Behind the net this time for the Zephyrs, Seidel, #9, along with Heinley out there. Wrist shot on net, and Staffney with the low glove, able to get a glove on that. Puck caroms to the behind the net. Shot out to the sideboards, and then right out front, point blank shot, and we've got a player in the creases. It was an excellent opportunity for Berglund.
Yes, very, very good opportunity. They saw the player in the crease kind of interfering a little bit with the goalie and blew the whistle. No penalty, but it will take the break with the player being in the crease.
And just a quick shout out to Paul Broden, our announcer, or excuse me, our director. Paul got a word from Donnie Williams before the game. Ideally, they'd like a DVD of this game if you can slide one in. I don't know if that's possible, but anyway, back to live action for the Orioles. Momentarily gain possession, but are not able to shoot it out of the zone. The Zephyrs down low. Staffney just almost gets a glove on that as Rathmanner misses as she goes on the short side there. This is Rathmanner out there with Bartholomew. Bartholomew goes down, but her partner corrals possession of the puck and goes up the near wall. Puck is pushed out to the defensive zone that time, and this is St. Martin down low. St. Martin, #16 out there.
A nice play by Leah Schrank there on D to poke it away when they're driving the net.
Yeah, good sweep check that time. Nice job on the redirect that time by Rathmanner, but puck scoots wide. And here's Rathmanner again with her right angled shot back to the point again this time. And this is Krebsbach just wide of the net. That'll kill the power play here as Sophia Noreen is back for the Orioles, and we're back to a 5-on-5 situation. Orioles now going hard at it. Puck is shot down low, and Staffney with a beautiful save, and then a rebound opportunity is put in that time. She made the initial save. I believe that was #10 Rathmanner who scores the goal at 13:46.
Yeah, they just got that power, the power kill unit for the Orioles did very well, but then just got a little tired and got caught up there. Even when the penalty was killed, they were still out there, just couldn't clear the zone. Give them an opportunity to kind of bottle them up and just outwork them for a goal.
There you see, as we watch the play develop behind the net, Rathmanner pushes it out to the point in a give and go situation. And then the puck is shot on net, and she is able to bang it in there. So Rathmanner gets the assist on the goal. And after the face-off win, Mahtomedi is able to gain possession down low. But Molly Arnson on the back check able to corral that in time. And that puck is shot and goes high off the shoulder of Staffney and into the corner for the Orioles. Staffney with a nice job getting that shoulder on it. And Molly Arnson with puck strength and leg strength gains the red line, and she's able to shoot it down low and hopefully get some help on her weak side there by Elena. Arnson on the forecheck. Puck is momentarily taken away this time by the Zephyrs. That's number 11 for them, Marshall on the wing. Number 5, Hagstrom, gets the puck and goes into the corner for them, but the Orioles are able to stop that, and Sophia Noreen is able to get some help on the other side there. Tie up near the middle of the zone, and Mahtomedi able to gain possession again and shoot it down low as they partially change on the fly here. Staffney able to corral that loose shot. Puck goes wide behind the Oriole net. And with 12:40 remaining, the Orioles trying to get the puck out and relieve some pressure here. Both teams are bad. It looks like Mahtomedi has got a real strong forecheck, John. They really are aggressive with it and good foot speed as well.
Yeah, they come in hard. Certainly try to bottle the Orioles up, and they've done a nice job of it.
And excellent skating this time by number 7 with a partial break. That's Anna Erickson, one of the 9th grade defenders, able to gain possession. So we're still early, only 4.5 minutes into the first period here. But if you just tuned in, this is Mahtomedi versus St. Louis Park in non-conference girls hockey here on Park 16.
The defense for Mahtomedi is not afraid to take the zone. If they've got an alley and they got some room, they're going to skate to pressure.
Well, and as we mentioned, a lot of experience back there. I noticed 2 of their 3 co-captains are on the blue line, and Dean, one of them, is out there right now. Lauren Brood-Bryant tries to skate that out behind her own net, but she's not able to get that directly. But that puck is pushed on up this time, but taken away momentarily. Just under 12 minutes remaining here. The puck is shot into the Orioles zone again on a partial hold, but St. Louis Park with some possible pressure. Nice job by Lauren Brood-Bryant, able to shoot it in and get some weak side help, and a shot attempt, I believe that time by Morris, just misses the net. So Orioles rotating 3 lines still. We were kind of get a feel for that, what happened. And here's Natalie Vig with a pass up the boards and just caromed on out by her line mate as well. Arnson with a steal at center ice here. Molly with some speed on the far side. She's at a 1-on-2, but she goes to the backhand, controls the puck on her forehand and uses the D perfectly. Noreen with a slap shot. Oh, put on net nicely, and a nice job by the 8th grader on the save. And Elena with a turnaround shot right on net that went through a couple sets of skates. So nice sequence here as Molly she went to the backhand, had to put it back to the forehand, but she used her point well, and good rebound as well.
Molly fed the point beautifully, got a nice shot in there, nice play.
Yeah, you can see that Molly and Elena have a lot of chemistry and a lot of skill together, and when Sophia's out there on the blue line too. This is back to Noreen again. Hard wrist shot off the shin pads. Partial break this time for Mahtomedi, but Noreen is able to stop that momentarily. Here's Arnson again. She's got her friend Elena Basill, the sophomore. Basill, who had a goal and an assist the other night in the Orioles' 3-2 loss to Holy Angels, one of the better sophomores in the state of Minnesota here, and a real skilled performer. Nice job at center ice here by the Orioles, and a nice job.
Shot.
Beautiful job that time by Eva Rose. She was able to kind of pull that out of midair and gain a chance, but I didn't think there was much there.
It was a nice pull, too. She had the D in tight, and then she pulled it back to her forehand and put a nice shot on.
I thought, like you did, she was going to go to her backhand more in the middle. Nice shot there, Eva. Off the face-off there, Orioles momentarily win possession and are able to hold the zone momentarily. But this is Seidel along with Valero out there as the Zephyrs switch and put their 4th unit out there as well. Back behind the Mahtomedi zone. Nice forecheck by Leah Schrank as she momentarily causes some headaches for the Zephyrs on the breakout that time. And a forecheck causes a bad pass that Natalie Vig is able to sweep on her forehand here. Should mention the Orioles with new orange sweaters this year. Very easy to pick out. Going onside that time. The puck is shot right on net at Bridget Duffy from her blue line post. Shoots it in, and then she changes on the fly here. A little bit better aggressiveness by the Orioles the last few minutes has given them their first several chances of the game as well here, John.
Yeah, absolutely. Bridget Duffy had a nice pinch on the D just a little bit ago, and they put pressure on them there, and keep it in their zone would be a good thing.
Meredith momentarily lost possession as he attempted to pass the puck forward. Mahtomedi with the clear. Just over 9 minutes remaining in the first period here. Oh, and a possible redirect that time by Heinel. And Heinel again with the puck. She's going to go around the net and try to possibly stuff it. But instead, she wisely goes to the point where a slap shot is another attempt at a backdoor play. Puck is shot. Heinel again with some help out there. A lot of blue bodies out front. Heinel again to 14 Bartholomew. And the Orioles, to relieve pressure, have to get it down. That's that first unit for them with Berglund, Bartholomew, and Heinel. I know talking to Coach May, she mentioned that Emma was their leading scorer. It's a junior, sophomore line. There you take a look at a couple of the better looking announcers in the state.
Yeah, there we are. Yeah,
we're giving you Mo Shave Movember here, so
right
for us. We're halfway through the first period here. Just 1-0 Zephyrs early on, and a nice job.
Yeah, nice job by Staffney. She's been seeing a lot of shots. She's been doing a nice job squaring up on them. Wants to grab those rebounds like that as much as possible because they are buzzing around the net when they get control of that zone.
That was Rathmanner again, who I believe had the first goal, who had a really quick wrist shot that Peyton was able to glove. Arnson behind her own net, goes to the backhand, and a beautiful breakout move. She goes by two Zephyr defenders, able to get that puck and remain on side as Arnson along with Basill. Molly going to the point for Natalie Vig. Natalie nicely with us as that puck hopped her stick. She was momentarily able to stop the Zephyr player. Possible break for Mahtomedi, not able to hit that home as Rathmanner just missed on the pass that time from St. Martin. Nice job that sign as Anna Basill able to do a nice job on the defensive forecheck. Back to the point. The slap shot is hit right off the kneecaps. It looked like one of the Orioles. And here again, the Zephyrs with pressure as they execute a partial change. So you see Anna Basill out there, number 5 as well. And her sister Elena is 17, and Arnson number 25, as we mentioned. There's Natalie Vig to center ice, and she's going to shoot it all the way down. And, you know, that'll be interesting. That, you know, I don't know offensively how the Orioles are going to balance the relieving of pressure versus just taking icings to actually get a break for their team on occasion. But that's something I'm sure the coaches have talked about. And
yeah, in that case, they had actually got the switch done. So a nice little flip off the boards to.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, oh, my heavens. Off the face-off win. Hagstrom got it to Juliana Selwood, and Selwood went high over the glove, and not a thing Staffney could do that time.
No, that was a nice draw win by them. And
look at that. Beautiful camera work. There was nothing that could have been done that time.
Right.
And you really have to credit the skill set of Selwood there to get the pass from Hagstrom, and the 9th grader Juliana Selwood able to score that one.
Yeah, they did a nice job off that face-off, and we weren't tying up, and they were able to get a man free and a young lady free and bury it home.
Yes. So 2-0 here. 7 minutes remaining in the first stanza here. We mentioned Mahtomedi 1-0-1 on the young season. They had a nice win the other night against a good Rogers team, Coach May was telling me, and I know she's really excited for the season in the Classic Suburban with all the talent they have coming back. Good speed behind the Oriole net. Puck is shot right out front this time, and that's Krebsbach able to gain possession at the blue line for them and just dump it in as their defensive pairing switch up. Way to use the boards for St. Louis Park and break that puck out, as that's number 3, Eva Rose, not able to find Leah Schrank on the left side, but Leah putting the forecheck on, able to handle a turnover behind the Mahtomedi zone, and the senior Schrank trying to get some help. She crosses it out front. Nobody home there as she tried to find, looked like she tried to find, I don't know if it was Morris. Yeah, Morris that she tried to find there, number 20. The puck is shot around the boards that time, and for St. Louis Park again able to hold it in as they complete a line change here. 6 minutes remaining, and a beautiful tie-up this time. Excellent board work by Michaela Jones-Clausen, the freshman. Didn't see a lot of her in that first game, John, but with aggressiveness and a turnover as well here.
Yeah, and paired with Lauren Broom-Bryant, who was one of the most
scrapper.
Yes, is a very physical, fast-moving forward that can put on a forecheck.
And a very veteran player for the Orioles. Beautiful sweep check attempt that time by Basill. Not able to take that puck directly, but the Orioles are able to regroup in their own zone and break it out here at the 5:40 mark. Nice job on the pinch-up time, that time by Erickson from her defense position. She rattles it all the way home. Puck bounces behind the Oriole net. Backhand pass attempt out front to Erickson with a shot down low. Rebound attempt batted at, and Heinel not able to shoot that in. She getting some help on the weak side there as Heinel with help on the backhand. Again, not able to finish, and Elena just able to relieve pressure there, and wisely just pushes it down softly so no icing will be called there. So another good attempt. Steal on a bad turnover for Mahtomedi. Here's Anna Basill with a little wrister out front. She tries to hit Elena. So another that's the second turnover we've seen by Mahtomedi. But here's another breaker. Here's Heinel one-on-one here. And a beautiful wrist shot on the weak side there at the 4:52 mark. And Heinel with a lot of speed. Orioles were able to grab some possession that time, but Heinel comes down, and on her left wing position, the sophomore first-line winger able to shoot it just from inside the dot. It looks like it might have just gone 5-hole there. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah,
there.
I think they just got paid and going down and was able to squeak through the 5-hole.
So good chances by the Orioles, as I just had mentioned, that they had caused another Mahtomedi turnover in their own zone as the Basill sisters almost tuned up for a goal there. Now Schrank colliding out front with one of the players, and Leah, the senior, able to get some contact and bring one of the Zephyrs down. Mahtomedi with a beautiful job on the breakout here. And here's a skilled senior, Kelly McAlpine, number 17, skates around several Oriole players. The right-handed shooter able to golf that in. Nobody home there on the weak side. And her line mate, St. Martin, over there pinches in. Definitely a lot of skill and a lot of speed on these Zephyrs. And you can see that these girls, like the Oriole girls, have played a lot of hockey, I bet, in the offseason.
They're doing really well. I mean, you look at Mahtomedi right now, and they're just working hard.
And here's a break for the Orioles, as this is Leah Schrank going to the right-handed forehand shot. She's on a 1-on-4 situation, but she wisely is able to hold that down low. And Leah steals the puck momentarily, but nobody home in front of the Oriole net here. Here's McAlpine again. We just mentioned her. Nice poke check that time by Natalie Vig. Beautiful poke check. And here's Morris. She chips it off the wall before she's taken out of the play momentarily. With speed, here's Deans, the senior defenseman for Mahtomedi, from that right dot position, and the rebound is not able to be gone through all the sets of legs there, as Deans had an excellent chance, but she throws it out front again, and number 3, Kennedy Berggren, gets a goal here at the 3:18 mark. Berggren able to corral that effort from Dean, who we had just mentioned. You see here, Dean goes to the forehand, just chips it out front, and a beautiful catch on that, John.
Yeah,
that was up in the air.
Yes.
Great high-end eye coordination. You have to get both those last 2 goals are, really some skilled goals too. The one off the face-off, and so that goal at the 3:18 mark by Kennedy Berggren will push it up here. We'll see if the Orioles can regroup here. Puck is just shot down low. And St. Louis Park still playing 3 lines, and Mahtomedi rotating 4 in here. In a lot of ways, skill-wise, I'm just thinking back to the last number of years when I've seen a good Irondale team in your conference. He's very similar to me, the skill set that an Irondale brings at you, and the toughness that they play. And absolutely.
Mahtomedi's definitely got some depth.
Yeah, there doesn't really seem to be any change with their defensive pairings.
Right.
Either. They both can handle the puck well and have good hands and speed. There's a nice effort by the Orioles. Unfortunately for St. Louis Park, they did not reach the red line as Anna redirected it down, and that's going to cause an icing here at the 2:46 mark. Once again, I'm John Fromm, and along with John Basill, if you just tuned in, this is our first St. Louis Park girls hockey game of the season. We'll be bringing you 8 girls and boys games on the Oriole docket.
Yeah, I think you can tell the girls are a little bit down right now in the first period. They, they're at a home game and they want to come out hard, and they've just kind of got their eyes open a little bit today. And sometimes things happen that you don't expect. And Mahtomedi's got the breaks, and they're throwing the puck a little bit in a panic mode. But if they can get one, things can change in the game of hockey pretty quick. They can kind of get this on an even scale by just burying one and feeling good that they can do something against this team. May make a difference.
Well, and even though the score maybe isn't indicative of it, like you just said, I do think after the first 5 minutes of the first period, when Mahtomedi really controlled effort, Park has had some rushes and have had several opportunities as well. So Orioles will try to break it out here, just under 2 minutes, and a partial breakaway Oh, and a nice job by Staffney as she had to go down and handle that backhanded effort that time by Madison Berggren. Berggren, the junior, had an excellent effort, but nice piece of work by Staffney. A lot of high-quality efforts. So, and we should mention too that with the changing of the conferences next year, as most people are aware, St. Louis Park, along with Cooper, and I believe now Basill is also going to be assigned to the new West Suburban. As there you see Berggren's backhand attempt. And Staffney off the high shoulder.
Beautiful save.
So this will technically be the last year of the North Suburban. So, but you're going to see Irondale, you're going to see Totino Grace, and I did witness that Benilde is ranked #1 in the state, and they've got a collection of girls. So
looks like the Orioles picked up a penalty there, and I'm not sure what it was for. I didn't see it, but they are shorthanded right now, which is not going to help them right now with a 0-4 score.
Beautiful one-timer off the pass that time by number 7 Erickson. Only a minute and a half remaining, and that wrister goes off the shoulder, I believe, of Staffney. Nice set of feet and legs, able to hold that in. I think we got a lot of soccer players out here for both teams. You can see a lot of hand-eye coordination and feet being used to hold passes. So,
yes, it always helps.
Yeah.
They're great two compatible sports, especially for gals.
Here's Erickson, goes to the middle. Wrist shot does not get through. I don't know if that hit Schrank down low, but Orioles able to shoot that out and gain possession as well here. Just a minute 5 remaining. The first period is going to end with a Mahtomedi power play unless they can convert here. And here's Krebsbach from her defense position, able to gain possession, hold everything on side. Nice step up that time by the Orioles, and unfortunately for Staffney and the Orioles, she went out to dive to try to corral that. Was not able to get the stick on it, and it pushed away and created an easy opportunity at a goal that time.
Well, I've had the opportunity to see the previous 3 Oriole games, and tonight you can just see this young team and young players. They're just struggling out there.
Right. It's a little bit of the deer in the headlights. That again was a very unfortunate bounce. Here's number 5 for Mahtomedi on the break. Oh, she's able to get tied up, and a nice job defensively by St. Louis Park as Elena Basill really saved an effort there. Arnson gains possession for Park. She's got Elena down low and Anna. Arnson shoots it around the far wall. Nice stop and go move. She goes to the backhand again. She's got Noreen on one point, and she's got some help on the other side. Just over 20 seconds remaining here as the Orioles will try to defend a 2-on-2 situation, and the Basill sisters on that.
They got one.
Yeah, I believe Anna created a situation where she was checked, and number 3 got a penalty here for Mahtomedi for checking.
Oh, now we got 13 seconds, which probably is not a bad. You get the power play out there. Maybe you can get one before the end of the period. If not, you come and start the second period with some new life and a power play right away.
And that's the way you teach it at the Basill house, right? If it's dinner time and they're both going for dinner, if one of the daughters goes down, then the other daughter's got to go to her room for
the other one's got to do the other one's got to do the dishes. Here we go. We won the. There we go. A little control.
Here's Elena. Just 8 seconds remaining. She's got Arnson down low. Little give and go back to Elena. Not able to convert, but a nice idea there. And Anna will work it back to the point where Noreen launches as time expires there. So another nice give and go there with Molly. And, having the Basill sisters with Molly, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of them in the second, third period. But they did generate some offense. If you just joined in, Mahtomedi, a very experienced team. Talking to Laura May, their head coach, they returned every player off last year's varsity. Laura was a gopher herself, and her assistant coach, Katie. As we take a listen to trying to listen to the shot on goals, I thought it was 13-4, something like that, but a lot of conversions. Some bad luck as well for the Orioles, and we'll see as Coach Williams, Evers, Rabine, and Swartout gather the girls. What do you think the message is going to be? Obviously, this is the 4th game in 10 days, so they've seen a lot of the girls, but first time they've maybe had such a step up in competition.
They obviously tied their first one 3-3, which was a great overtime game. Probably should have won that one. I think they outshot St. Paul. They then went into Achievers Academy, which is a new program that's all focused on hockey. It's the
charter school, right?
It's the charter school, and they're calling it the new Shattuck, the Shattuck of the Twin Cities. And of course, that was a tough one. They lost 4-0 there. But
they were ranked 14th.
They're ranked, and certainly the Achievers Academy, even though Mahtomedi is very talented, Achievers Academy much more talent. And we lost the entire game 4-0. Then they came back against Holy Angels in a game probably they should have won again that they lost 3-2. So I think Coach Donnie's going to have a strong message for them, just from the standpoint it just seemed like they weren't quite ready to come out and play tonight. And they've relied, frankly, Staffney's had 3 back-to-back awesome games in net. And tonight she's made some nice saves. She's struggled on a couple that you haven't seen in the first 3 games. So maybe they've been relying a little too much on her. And some of those forwards indeed need to know they need to pick up their people, help her, make sure she can freeze the puck, and the forwards have to come back and help out, because they can't expect her to do the magician things she were doing in the first 3 games as a goaltender all the time.
Well, you know certainly about that from your days as a high school and college goalie as well. Before we break away for the first intermission here, just wanted to remind everyone I've got a copy of, this is in the lobby here at the Rec Center. It's got all the listings of the boys and girls home hockey games here. The Oriole girls hockey team will be home again on Tuesday, December 3rd when they play Hutchinson. And the boys team under new coach Terry Keesley, who's been a longtime youth coach here. His daughter, Angie, was an all-stater, played for the Badgers and almost on the Olympic team, and his son John was an All-American at Gustavus. Terry taking over on the boys' side, and why don't you just chime in briefly about, and I know you've known him for a lot of years, John, with all your years in the city.
I think we're very fortunate that Terry had interest in the position. I think, St. Louis Park, with the school district, with the hockey program, with the community, there was a lot of interest in that, and it was great that Terry applied. And Terry is a great choice by the athletic director, Andy Wald. I think Terry is going to bring, understands the community, knows hockey very, very well.
Right.
He's obviously coached for a very, very long time. He's familiar with a lot of the boys that he has, and familiar with some of the younger boys. And I think he brings an approach, a philosophical approach of, want the boys to work hard every night. He wants them to touch the puck.
Sure.
Probably Terry, with some of those icings we were taking, wouldn't be happy. He wants certainly people to handle the puck and try to make something happen. I think it's going to be a wonderful. He's a wonderful. When Sean resigned, I think he's a wonderful choice. He's going to do a very nice job for the program, and it's great to have him. So it's exciting.
What a skilled staff I was impressed with in youth that he brought in. I noticed that he brought Colin Holman up, who was the Bantam A coach.
Yes.
And then a good friend of mine has been coaching for 10 years over in Armstrong Cooper, and I saw that he brought Charlie McChesney over, who'd been a Pee Wee A, a Bantam A, a Bantam B1 head coach, and he's kind of in charge of what they're calling now. I kind of like this. Instead of the JV, he's calling it the developmental team.
Yes.
So some experience, and then I saw Neil Greenbush was added to the staff, and obviously he's another Oriole. So.
And Neil's a very, it's funny, all of those guys I know, and I can tell you about Colin is, Colin played for one of my teammates at Edina, Wally Chapman, when Colin was playing at Breck.
Okay.
And I asked Wally about him, and Wally said, one of the smartest players I've ever had.
Okay.
I know he's an awesome coach. He told me the story how Colin was always his draw man. That when he needed a crucial draw, he put Colin in, and he always tried to identify his best draw person so that when he got into situations, they were in the state tournament, they needed one last draw to cement the win. And Colin lost like his first draw all year.
But they finally proved he was human.
But Colin's a great addition to the staff. Then you look at McChesney, and I've known him from being around, and he was coaching up in Armstrong Cooper in the youth, and he's a very, very solid coach. And then of course Neil Greenbush, who comes from my neighborhood, the Elmwood Hood, and he's I've had the opportunity not to see Neil coach, but I've had the opportunity to play see him play here and then play with him in some old man league. And you talk about a guy who can see the ice, and when you can tell when players can see the ice well, and they have that hockey sense, they're also very good coaches. So I think Neil's a great addition to the staff as well.
Well, and I think one of the really neat things is even with Sean and the staff leaving, you've got a lot of tie-ins with the new boys program for long-term relations with the city, and as well with the girls staff. We didn't talk about Josh Schwartout's background, but he was at Gustavus, who's the goalie coach out here, and with Peyton graduating, or even the work he'll do with her this year, or what he's saying to her down in the locker room right now, and Evers, and even Al Rabine, who was just a great player. And that makes me feel good that a lot of those guys are staying close to home and helping where the help is needed as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're absolutely right about Josh. I mean, to have someone with his kind of background
Yeah.
And not only did he perform, did I enjoy watching him here play at St. Louis Park. He could keep the Orioles in it. You know, I mean, he was
games on his own.
Oh, he was a heck of a goaltender. He goes on to Gustavus as an All-American there, and people don't realize how good that hockey is. It's great hockey. Comes back here and he's helping the girls program here and helping a couple tenders, which is just wonderful. And Al Rabine too. You know, he was a joint hockey soccer player, but he's back here and helping out, and it's great to have people return here and help because it says a lot to the kids about the community, and they also, you know, some of those younger people, frankly, you know, you're going to have people like Swarty and Al that are going to relate well because they're a little younger, and on the boys' side, you got Neil, you know, Neil who's younger, a little bit closer to those boys that will relate well to them as well, and sometimes having that balance from older to younger in a coaching staff can make a nice difference because everybody can say a little something different to a player that can get them to do the right things on the ice that they're looking to have done.
Well, and it's like what you've talked about over the years. You know, I know you've lived in the city for 22 years in your work with the city council, and John is the man in charge if you need to book 800 rooms for your civic group.
Make it 900. We'll take any rooms. Yeah, right.
But I mean, it's really, you know, and those guys you mentioned, like Swartout and Greenbush, Holman, a lot of those kids are mid-20s age still. They're not super, so they haven't really started their families yet for several years. They don't have kids to hold them down. This is a great. They can immediately stay involved playing with men's leagues competitive, but then they can also have the benefit of coaching, and it's a double win-win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
yep. It really is. It really is.
Well, we're going to step away for just a minute here. Stick with us here on Oriole Hockey. We'll be right back.
We were lucky. Before we were ever treated for breast cancer,
we planned for life after breast cancer. We made the choice
that breast cancer would not take something away from us.
No one chooses to get breast cancer. The only choice we have is how we will deal with it.
Cancer took my breasts, but my plastic surgeon gave them back.
Breast reconstruction made me feel like me again.
Before you're treated for breast cancer, get the facts. Women who are told about their breast reconstruction options report feeling in control and experiencing a higher quality of life after cancer.
I know because I am one of them.
I know because I am one of them.
I know because I am one of them.
Before you undergo surgery for breast cancer, get the facts. Make sure you know your breast reconstruction options. For more information, visit broaddayusa.org.
We are back for the second period here at the Rec Center. St. Louis Park girls hockey, the Orioles against Mahtomedi. I am John Fromm, back with my cohort, Mr. Basill, for period two. And John, the Orioles are going to start the second period on the power play. Looks like they're going to have a lot of their big three offensive guns out there. What can we expect, hopefully, to start the period?
Well, they like to run an overload and then a give and go down deep with Molly and Elena. And you saw them try to execute it once, and I think they'll try to execute that play coming out in the second. They certainly need right off the bat to try to get one on this power play. I see they took a little extra time between periods. They were the last team out, and probably had a little talking to by Coach Donnie, and we'll see how they come out here in the second.
Yeah, I'm sure their effort's going to be exactly what he wants, and that's part of the learning curve here too. So to start it off in the second period here, defensively for Mahtomedi, they're going to come at him with Rathmanner along with Kennedy Berggren out there. And for the Orioles, you've got Elena Basill along with Molly Arntzen, Anna Basill, and back on D, you've got Lauren Brun-Bryan and Sophia Nareen. So an experienced group of five. And here's one of them, Arntzen with Basill. Might try to run that backdoor play again on a give and go. And here's Molly as she operates a la Wayne Gretzky behind the net here. Goes to the wrister out front and ooh.
Look behind her.
Yeah,
she wasn't quite sure if she had it. Nice shot by Molly though. She had a little bit of opening to that lower glove hand side and almost put it in.
Boy, only that would have made that better is a little bit of a screen out front, because even though she's only in 8th grade, Johanna Ficcadetti, the goalie, had that one lined up right away. So Orioles with good feet. Molly Arntzen able to kick that puck back, and I believe that was Brun-Bryan who shot that on net. And for the Zephyrs, they're able to push it all the way down here. Minute 5 remaining in the penalty here to start the second period. Noreen, the junior, behind her net. She swats it on out to Elena Basill, who pushes it up the far wall. And Orioles not able to gain the zone that time. It is shot all the way down where Staffney will hold behind her net. If you just joined us here, first girls hockey game of the season here on Park 16. We'll be bringing you 8 Oriole boys and girls games this year. Park able to get it in the offensive zone here, and Brune Bryant will pinch in from her, I believe she's, her position there, and hold that momentarily, but the Zephyrs are able to bat it out. Just 20 seconds remaining. We'll see if the Orioles can turn this into an offensive chance as they partially change their forward line here. It looks like we've got Natalie Vig out there back on defense, and here's Elena again. With some speed, she finds Molly on the near side, and Arnson able to gain possession. Just a few seconds remaining. Molly back to the point. She's got Natalie back there. Oh, but she shoots it hard over to Sophia Noreen, and it was rifled. I don't know how she got so much juice on that pass, John.
Actually, that was
that was a major league pass. For the Zephyrs, good puck control in the offensive zone here. Possible give and go situation. Here's Bartholomew. She had 2 earlier in the season and added 1 more tonight for Emma Bartholomew. Turnaround shot misses the net that time by Krebsbach. And another hold, this time by the first unit for Mahtomedi, and Staffney going to hold there. That Berglund, Bartholomew, and Heinel line, I believe, ended up with officially with 2 of the 5 goals in the first period, but they're junior, sophomore, so they're a talented bunch that'll be coming back for them as well. So.
Yeah, they got no doubt about it when you look at that first line that they have, and they don't have a senior on there, do they?
No, they don't, and that's got to be something that Laura May and Katie Frischman enjoy. Oh, off the face-off win, puck just corrals closely towards the far post of the net. It almost went in. Puck is skipped down low, and Fika Denti will turn it over to her side here. A little over 14 minutes remaining in the second period here. Mahtomedi able to kill that penalty off successfully to start the second frame here. And Eva Rose steps up for a forecheck, not able to get a hand on her, but the Orioles are able to gain possession here. Schrank, number 11, the senior, tries for the cross-ice pass there, but a nice step up that time and a takeaway by Berggren. Ooh, that one shot on net by Rose, and I think that might have hit the mask that time as Ficadenti was kind of backing up. Orioles and Zephyrs complete their changes as well, and here's that Hagstrom, one of the sophomores for them. Oh, Hagstrom takes the Oriole player down hard.
Yeah, and they hit there. They could have called too many men, but they didn't see it, and here we go. That's all right. We got a 2-on-1.
Oh, a nice opportunity that time by the Orioles, and unfortunately Clausing had that knocked off the corner of her stick. And here's a 1-on-1 situation with speed right by Noreen. A possible 2-on-0 here. Sophia able to break it up momentarily, but Madison Berggren, oh, she passes it out to Bartholomew on the one-time attempt. Emma just misses the net that time. Bartholomew along with Berggren out there. Puck is pushed down low, and 2 attempts at redirect, so a couple of forwards trying to get their stick on it. Nobody home that time for Mahtomedi. Noreen with a nice pass and a beautiful redirect that time by Brune Bryant, and the Orioles are going to change here. See if Mahtomedi can try to catch him sleeping. Nice job on the change. Orioles are able to successfully get everybody on and back. So, ooh, a takedown over here. As boy, I don't know, Paul, if you have a replay of that, but Callie Heinel along with Molly Arnson went down. Molly had an angle on that play, and then the whistle blew, and then Callie kind of finished her extension of her stride and kind of plowed into her. So.
We got lucky. We had 6 people out there for a while. The Orioles did. But they didn't catch it, so that was a good thing.
Tip of the hat to Donnie if he could get away with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice face-off win again. They're really good on those face-offs. I think they've won nearly every face-off draw tonight, and it's created a lot of offense for them, John.
Yeah, it really has. They have been dominant. Dominant on the face-offs, and actually, I think if not one, 2 of their goals have come off of face-off wins.
And even just, and even in the defensive zone, when they get those clean wins and they're able to execute breakouts so quickly. There's a nice drop pass. Nice job, though, by Molly, able to momentarily corral that on a back check. Puck is batted behind the Orioles zone. And unfortunately for St. Louis Park, Bridget Duffy not able to relieve pressure momentarily. And here's Eva Rose. She has it taken away on a nice back check by McAlpine as well. McAlpine swoops it behind her to Natalie St. Martin. St. Martin out there along with Rathmanner. Nice step up that time and a nice block as Erickson went for a nice wrist shot, and I believe that hit, I don't know if that hit Natalie Vig in the knees or if that was another Oriole, but either way, you take a look at Leah Schrank skating back, her blonde locks flowing in the wind.
And I tell you, Leah is one of the hardest working kids on this team. I mean, off season in the weight room, doing everything she can, working on her shot. It translates out here. She can forecheck very hard and very well.
She really enjoys it.
There's another last face-off.
Yep, another face-off win and good control that time by the Zephyrs. Nice, a nice set of offensive plays that time by number 4, Krebsbach. Back to the point. This is number 22 for them, Capello. Capello with a shot. Nice hold again by her. Really good depth on even when they swooped that 4th unit in here. Here's Krebsbach working it over to her partner. That's number 6. Oh, shot just misses the net by Sammy Krebsbach, or excuse me, Sarah Krebsbach. The Krebsbach sisters, number 4 and 6 out there, Amy and Sarah on the blue line. Nice job that time. Alexis Baker. Haven't seen Catherine Evans at all in this game, and we should mention too, Samantha Jermusik hasn't really played in any games this year, the sophomore defender. I know Catherine got some ice earlier on in the season, and
yeah, it's too bad about Samantha. She's got a bad shoulder, rotator cuff area, and she's really one of the stronger defensemen on this team.
Right.
And it's just unfortunate. She's going through a little bit of rehabilitation. She's over on the bench with in jeans and her helmet on, standing up, and she sure missed on the ice.
Well, we'll hope she can get back. Of course, her brother Frank was a senior for the Orioles in football and played defense for Park last year too out here. So if you just joined us, 10.5 minutes remaining in the second period here. The score remains 5-0. Ooh, redirect that time on a nice wrist shot by Selwood. Hit one of the Oriole players down low. And a lot of scrum on the far side of the ice, but another hold that time. And here is Erickson again, pushes it out front, and a little redirect goes on Staffney's pad, but she's able to push that down. And another icing scenario will relieve pressure here.
Yeah, and you know, the Orioles just got to get a little smarter on those dump outs when they need it. Just kind of chip it up a little bit off the boards, get it past their blue.
Right.
Get to their change and don't have to bring the face-off, because they bring it down on the face-offs and they're really struggling on the face-off wins, and, and causes them some issues.
Right, I'll see another one here. And even though technically the Orioles are going to get possession, nice job by Berggren. She almost attempted she wanted a shot on goal right off the face-off draw. Here's Bartholomew again. She's got Berggren out front who tries to get a stick on it. Puck comes to the near side though and is held in momentarily by them. Krebsbach again to the point. Nice slap shot. Just misses the net by a little bit. And nice pinch there by Erickson, but the Orioles are able to gain possession as Elena beats her. Goes to the backhand, but she's got 3 blue jerseys in front of her, but she's able to steer that puck clear anyway. Working behind her net. She's trying to find Arntzen. Molly tries to pinch up, but they're able to relieve pressure, and here is Berggren again. She's got her friend Krebsbach. Krebsbach, oh, nice job as Staffney came out about 4 feet just to cut enough angle down and able to keep it at 5-0 here. So 2-on-1 for the Orioles. Here's Eva Rose, and she's got Anna Basill with her. Oh, she kind of pulls it back forward front, and now Anna's able to steal it away. I wasn't sure if she was going to drop pass that to Anna, but she put a beautiful shot on net.
It almost dropped through too.
Yeah, it did. I know. That was a nice to see an odd man rush. Haven't seen a lot of those, but nice the Orioles could capitalize. And there we see Catherine Evans out on the ice along with Schrank. Evans, just a 9th grader, does a good thing there. She's able to relieve some pressure and go hard aggressively for the puck. She's getting helped out there by Alexis Baker for the Orioles. Schrank trying to play D there. Oh, nice job as Staffney goes to the 1-knee down position, is able to hold an angle, but a puck stolen away off a bad pass. Shot is put on net by number 10 for them, Rathmanner. But a nice job was not any rebounds corralled after that. So
yeah, Staffney's doing a really nice job this period. Not only seen a lot of rubber, but freezing it, gobbling that puck right up, not giving them a chance for a rebound there.
So we took a look at Peyton, and a lot of these girls we should mention really involved in a lot of sports, as the draw will be to the left of Peyton. And the Orioles, yeah, so just what you talked about there, Leah, Orioles won the draw for one of the few times, but instead of hitting it out with just some calmness, the puck was launched all the way down for another icing. So
yeah, and it's it's the old Jeff Satterdahl used to say from Bloomington, you got a lane, you take the lane. You got, if no lane and you see someone open, you pass, and if you don't have either of those two, we'll chip it up off the boards.
Yeah, right.
So
here's Morris on the far side having trouble working those boards there. Momentary takeaway that time, and this is St. Martin for them on the forecheck. Elena tripped up, and we are going to have a penalty whistle. Number 10, Rathman, are going to get the gate here as soon as they gain possession.
They took the arm down. I think they were looking for an offside.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought your daughter drew the penalty there. There's a play from behind as well not called. Boy, there's really aggressive tone here as Bridget Duffy goes down that time as well. So what I thought was a for sure penalty on a takedown was just a delayed offside. My apologies. Get some glasses. Wait a minute, I do, Paul. I'm sorry. Obviously, okay. 7.5 remaining in the second stanza here. And Michaela Jones-Clausen will push it down. Now, has Michaela been involved in hockey for a lot of years?
She has. She's been on the,
okay, she's been on the U12 teams and stuff. Okay. The Zephyrs will start it out. I don't know if you battle of a couple of the best academic schools in the state. Here's Molly Arnson, stop and go move, goes to the backhand, but had that puck stolen away this time. Nice hold by Noreen. She's momentarily able to hold it there. And here comes the fourth unit for the Zephyrs on out there. It's Seidel along with Ryan and Yapello. Here's Molly, such a smooth skater. She's just like a Gretzky, I know. Oh, her shot hits a set of shin pads, but she tries to follow the rebound and unable to do so. Gonna have a redirect. Yeah, she's a girl, boy, that I bet you would really like to play hockey at the next level too.
You look at her ability to skate, and she really skates effortlessly.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it really is. It's something. It's beautiful to watch. And
she's almost like a male Andy Sackerson when Andy was.
We need a fifth guy out there. There we go.
I remember when Andy Sackerson was skating here as a player for the Orioles. He was just so fluid and effortless, and even though he was giving it. So Schrank out there with Rose on the offense and Vig back there with Noreen, and they're going to take it down. And Zephyrs do themselves and the Orioles a favor by icing, and I only say that because they win so many draws. So.
Right.
But
now's a good time where we want to win a draw and bring it back and see if we can't get a shot on net.
Coach Williams over there with Evers, and Jake Evers normally works with the defense back there, and he's giving some instruction, I believe, to Natalie Vig back there. Off the face-off win, Zephyrs able to gain control momentarily and at least gain possession as Rose tries to backhand it out, but she has that biscuit taken away that time by Hagstrom. Nice job that time by number 12, Deans, the senior, able to pinch in and hold it. Deans again with a one-time effort. Natalie Vig got a stick on it, able to corral and tie her player up in front of the net. Hagstrom not able to get the shot off. A nice job on the redirect by Rose, just able to get it out of the zone momentarily, but Dean passes it to the middle, and unfortunately for the Zephyrs, one of their players, Hagstrom, falls momentarily. And here's Elena again for St. Louis Park. Or no, that's not Elena.
That's Maris. Maris, yeah.
I saw the two and I thought I had and I saw the black hair flowing from the right. Exactly. Right. My apologies. Yeah. All right, pass shot out front again. And that's Bartholomew again, as that Bartholomew, Berglund, Heino line out there once again. Heino behind the net. Nice tie-up that time by Bridget Duffy. Bridget knocks her off the puck and she skips to the ice. Orioles are able to break the zone here.
That's Michaela coming up the wing.
Yeah, Michaela with some strength. Another Zephyr player goes down. Michaela with the takeaway. Nice poke check, able to take that puck away from Mahtomedi. And here's Dean in her own zone. Oh, Michaela went for a steal and almost got it. Here's number 9, Heinel again, the left wing shot. Nice job by Natalie, able to get a stick on it. And we're still scoreless here through 2. Puck is shot out front though, and Berglund just missed the goal there on a 10-foot chipper.
Nice job.
Nice job as two Zephyrs were camped out front, and Staffy able to stop the head-on shot by Sarah Krebsbach.
But what a second period so far by Peyton.
Yeah.
She's been really playing well, and
no rebound again.
No rebounds at all.
And watch this. But excellent the way she goes right to left in the crease there and able to cut down an angle, and then the shot goes wild anyway. But so Orioles able to win that draw, and here's Anna Basill. Does not have numbers, but she's got her sister following, and nice job by Elena, able to hold the zone there. Pushes that shot wide of the net, but her sister is over there, Anna, and she scoots it around to Elena. Nice job there. She's got some help on the point there. She crosses it to Sophia. Nice shot. That was potentially a dangerous pass,
but she got it through. Yeah,
got it to Noreen, and Noreen one time. It's a nice effort. Sophia's really advanced her skill set a lot over the years too.
Yeah,
it's nice. She'll be back next year too for the O's.
She was. There's a win draw.
Yeah, and a nice shot
and a rebound.
They got it in. Good for the Orioles there.
Yes.
At St. Louis Park with the first goal of the game, and they're winning the second period as 1-0.
Well, it just shows how important those draws are. You know, they've got, I think, 3 goals or 2 or 3 goals off draws, and we just want to draw and we get a goal. So it's important to win those and bear down. So it's nice to see the Orioles get on the board here.
Nice shot of the senior captain, Anna Basill. We'll go to the replay momentarily as the puck with. So I believe that was Anna officially getting the goal with an assist to Elena and probably Sophia Noreen there. And here's Elena again. Oh, nice backdoor move. Pass over to Arnson and a nice shot as the Orioles had a great effort there. Boy.
This has been a good shift for the Orioles.
Yeah. Well, those girls are really, just getting a little bit of success too. Boy, just getting that goal really fired that first unit up for the Park. And Orioles will change here as Eva Rose out there getting a change as well on the defensive side. Bridget back there getting it over to Noreen. Sophia been out there logging a lot of minutes at her defense position. She's going to step up here with good feet and swoop that in as well. If you just joined us, as we've got an offside, if you just joined us, 3 first period goals, as Mr. Basill mentioned, the direct result of plays in the offensive zone off faceoff wins, but nothing in the second period for the Zephyrs, and St. Louis Park just notched their first goal of the game, so a nice second period win so far for the Orioles as they've cut the margin to 5-1 here, and John's prognostication of a 5-3 second period finish might still hold true.
Well, if we could do that, it would be an exciting third, I'll tell you that.
I would. Yeah. Bridget Duffy playing with some fire in the belly as well here, and she's going to step up from her defense position and shot it a little bit hard that time, but fortunately for her, she didn't ice it as it was a Zephyr defender. Another job on the forecheck by St. Louis Park, and that's going to make the coaches happy, as I believe that was Lauren
Broom.
Yeah, Lauren caused another turnover.
Lauren's one of the best. Leah and Lauren,
they love the forecheck.
They love the forecheck.
Yeah, they love the physical play.
Yes.
If they were on the male side of the equation, they would be good grinders.
Absolutely.
On the side, right?
Absolutely.
So little face-off win for the Zephyrs, but puck goes right in on net.
And they would spend less time in the box if they were on the male side too.
Yes.
They want to get those calls for checking.
Don't take that the wrong way.
Right, exactly.
If you're watching the replay. Just under 3 minutes remaining.
We appreciate that aggressive play. That's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
And after the face-off win here, just 2.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Another home run pass does go on net, but Staffney will push that off to the side where she gets some help from Alyssa Meredith. Alyssa logging some ice time, as we mentioned out there. She's only a freshman defender for St. Louis Park. Possible turnover is thwarted by Mahtomedi as that first unit, led by Berggren and Bartholomew, momentarily able to gain the zone. But nice step up again by Noreen. Boy, Sophia has really logged a lot of ice out there and very well needed for defensively. Nice job by Elena as she pushes it to herself off the board. A little bit too hard as she's not able to corral that. But she's going to track down Anna Erickson, hopefully behind her net. And Anna passes it as well to herself all the way home for Erickson. But Sophia Noreen says, not so fast. And Anna says, I'm getting it up to my sister. Come on, sis, knock it in there. So a little little fire wagon hockey, and this is nice job by dropping that left pad down and getting hardly any rebound on a nice chance by Erickson for them.
Well, and you see the not only the improvement with some more scoring chances in the second, but Staffney just doing an unbelievable job of making the save and controlling the rebound.
Yeah, she had to drop that left knee down to get that pad down and then make sure that she was Johnny on the spot on the rebound as well. And there you see her get her stick down and get her whole blade up so that she got the paddle of the stick out so that puck wasn't going to go in front of her. We've got a momentary whistle here. Just a minute 30 remaining in the second period. Oh, face-off win for the Zephyrs. Puck just laying there, and St. Martin able to try to make an attempt at a shot. She's getting some help out there. Here's McAlpine. McAlpine for them. Pushes it behind the net where Duffy's going to try to break it out. Rathmanner, who's got one on the day, working on the forecheck for them. Leah not able to break it out, but they are able to hold possession, and Leah Schrank, looks like she's got some help on the weak side, but she wisely shoots it on down. Puck takes a strange bounce and bounces right out almost in front of the net. Natalie Vig and a host of other Orioles trying to work the forecheck here and get a turnover, and here indeed is a turnover, but it's taken back that time by Mahtomedi. Leah with a takeaway herself, so nice job that time. So good forecheck-in for the Orioles, creating some opportunities and some miscues. Haven't really tested, Ficadenti more than, a couple times, so it'll be interesting if we can get some more, biscuits in on our basket,
Absolutely,
so to speak.
Yeah, we need some pressure, need some more shots. And
39 seconds, another face-off win for the Zephyrs. Nice job by Erickson, who gets it behind her own net, and she's able to push it up the wall here. Nice angle on the entry pass, pushes on over, and here's a one-on-one here. Berggren, she goes to the forehand, and I believe that hit Noreen's skates. And Berggren able to push it out front. Just 20 seconds remaining in the second period here. Nice turnaround move as they work at that first unit. Heino backhand behind the net. She's being pursued by Noreen. 1, 2, 3. Here's the pass out front. Back door again. Bartholomew. Just 3 seconds remaining. Goes to the forehand. Here's Erickson. And with no time remaining. Late surge the last 30 seconds by that first unit. We dodged a bullet. Love that triangle sequence there where that first unit went tic-tac-toe in front of the net. And nice job, though. Noreen had a tie up there. Erickson had a lot of bodies in front, not able to do that. So story of the second period is much better chances for the Orioles and excellent goaltending by Staffney. And the Orioles at the, I believe at the 3:39 mark, that young lady right there, Anna Basill, gets her, I believe that's Anna's first of the year, because sister had been in the goal scoring column. But then look at, she's got a nice smile on her face as Anna and Molly are exchanging, the seniors talking about the locker room break, and hopefully it'll be some good fire and energy, and the girls will feel better about themselves as we've got a third period still to play here.
Yeah,
John, before we walk away though, and I know we wanted to talk a little bit about your daughter Elena, and I really wanted everybody to just tune in. Elena, your sophomore daughter, was struck last year by a really bad concussion in one of the road games, and I know I saw you the next day, and when she was still hospitalized, and your thoughts and prayers with her. And why don't you talk a little bit about, I know there was a lot of confusion about whether she just regained her health.
Right.
And talk about what's happened since then. And it's just remarkable to see her out here playing, let alone with energy. And I know she's got a special helmet. I just wanted to talk about that.
It's great to see her back, and it certainly wasn't a decision that our family took lightly at all. And she went through about 6 months of rehabilitation. She missed quite a bit of school last year. After the injury and after she's out of the hospital, about 3 to 4 weeks completely out of school.
Right.
Then 3 to 4 weeks part-time, and then was able to return and fully saw a number of different therapists and rehabilitation down at HCMC, and was released in late June for physical contact, not physical contact, but be able to start exercising fully.
Right.
And that's where she began retraining, and then she was healthy enough to go out for the girls soccer team this year for St. Louis Park. Was fortunate to be able to play on that team this year, and then made the decision to come back to hockey as well, where the injury occurred. And again, a decision we didn't take lightly.
Right.
People, I think obviously she has the passion to play. There's no doubt about that.
Right.
As parents, you also say, we also know she's not going to be making her living playing hockey, and it's most important to be healthy mentally. And I think what it came down to is just her desire to be around her friends, that emotional trauma of not being playing, whether it was at the soccer field or whether it's at the hockey rink. That part, as we talked to doctors and experts, said that's an important part parents need to weigh. Yes, just from a simple perspective of the head, it's easy to say don't play again, but then there's that emotional component, how young people get into depression and other things if they're not doing the things that they want to do. So we kind of agreed as a family that we would allow her to play both soccer and hockey, although all her concussions have come in hockey, and lacrosse one more time, and if she got another concussion, she understands the severity. But she is out here, as you mentioned, with additional equipment. We're fortunate to, through our network of people we know, we're able to talk to basically Sidney Crosby's agent, who basically said, here's the type of apparatus that Sydney's wearing, and basically Elena's in pretty much that same type of apparatus, which is she's got a helmet that's called a Bauer React helmet, which is the one that actually the doctors at HCMC kind of recommended, kind of the highest grade, and it's a good helmet. But inside that helmet, she actually wears a Kevlar cap. And the Kevlar cap, what that basically does, it's like a swim cap, but it goes on first and then her helmet goes on. And when the theory...
Is it really thick, the Kevlar?
It's a little thick. It's thicker than you think. It's probably, about a quarter inch.
I think a military,
military,
Kevlar,
right. Yes. It's the same theory as a bulletproof vest, where a bullet hits you and it spreads the energy. This cap, when you get hit linear, spreads the energy instead of having it in one spot. However, most girls' concussions happen from what they call whiplash or angular. I demonstrate it because I've done it so many times. But if anybody's fallen on the ice outside their house and their head snaps and hits, that's called angular acceleration. And the helmet and the cap itself wouldn't help with that angular acceleration. So you'll also see she's wearing a angular acceleration reducer neck guard. And that's the neck guard that she has out there that the other players don't. And what that does is, if she's hit in a way where her head is going to snap, it slows down that angular acceleration. So between those two products, most people wear helmets obviously, but the two additional products she has on is the Kevlar cap and the angular acceleration reducer neck guard. Those two products, I don't think anybody, including her or me or my wife, have any misconception. This doesn't mean she won't get another concussion.
Sure.
All what we've done is saying, if you want to really play again, we're going to put you in the best equipment that's out there. And we know if she gets another concussion, at least she was in the best equipment that is available. And I like to tell the story just because other people that have had concussions, if you're just going out there with the same helmet, and there is equipment out there that you can help that will give you additional protection. Again, none of these products are going to totally eliminate the chance for a concussion, because you just can't. I mean, the doctors know that, but they know that these products can help reduce the chance, or even if you get one, maybe help reduce the severity of what it was. So we feel good that she's in that equipment. On the flip side, every shift she's out there, my enjoyment of watching her, I'm not afraid to say, has changed dramatically. Up to, this is our fourth game, but up to 4 games ago, I understand she hasn't played. 4 games ago was her first game in nearly a year after being injured. And, 4 games ago, the game that I saw before her, she was on the ice and taken off by a stretcher and medically transported to HCMC. So I'm nervous every time I watch her out there, just because she's had 3 concussions, and so but I know she loves the game, and I know one thing that weighed heavily this year is she's had the opportunity to be fortunate enough to be able to play up with her older sister Anna.
Yeah,
Anna's a senior,
exactly.
and I certainly, they love playing together, and it's their last year that they're going to play together. So there's another kind of a force that you say, God, it's nice that she's able and released and given it a shot, and all we do is kind of pray and hope for the best that we don't have a reoccurrence.
And we want to mention we weren't able to get approval to air the video that was recently shot by Tim Chernow, but as the season goes on, I think John will work it out with Tim Chernow, and hopefully we can show the nice video package that KSTP put together. And the other thing I wanted to mention, and the reason I wanted you to talk about that, as a parent, you hear so much. Just last week, Joe Mauer announced that he was moving from catcher to first base. We hear about all the concussions that Morneau suffered. It sounds like it. So when she made the decision, and you guys made the decision jointly with her, that she was going to go back to soccer, she wasn't having any of the headache issues at that point.
Right.
Because that's what I kept always hearing about, was like residual headaches and
We're fortunate that it took her about 6 months, but she then became asymptom. She was symptom free, which was a great recovery. But she's also young. Yeah. And when you're young, you have a better chance of probably recovering more quick than some of the as you get older and you have more of them, it's a little tougher. So I think that was great, but we were very fortunate that she recovered. After 6 months, she became symptom free, and then it really became down to, okay, now you got to start training slowly. And how does any of the symptoms come back with exercise?
Right.
And when she started to train and they didn't come back, we knew she had a chance to probably try out for soccer this fall. And
so the easing into it in June and July really gained, and then your confidence in hers, and but playing soccer, I mean, that can certainly have a lot of serious falls and injuries too.
In soccer as well, she's out there with a Kevlar headband that gives her a little additional protection. So she's got additional protection out there as well. But you're absolutely right about soccer. I've watched a ton of St. Louis Park, the girls varsity soccer. And of course, I gave her the rule no headers, and it was about the first game that she headed one in.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where you kind of, and of course I think I yelled at her from the stands, and she looked up and gave me the smile, but I gave her a little lecture when she got home that it isn't worth it. One header isn't worth not playing any sports again.
Don't do it to your mom and dad, Elena. Think of us, even though you want.
But the Joe Mauer, one of the things that I think you look at some of the, even they talk about his. Oftentimes people think of concussions is all linear, that it's a hit to the head, but they say the baseball, his neck snapped so quick back that caused part of it. And actually, when Elena got hit in the injury, I wish there was film of that game, because we would have been able to tell medically exactly what happened. But I was there and saw it. Not only did she get the forearm kind of under the chin into the head, and she came kind of up to the ground, but when she fell, her head snapped hard. And that angular acceleration is a key piece. So a lot of people just think the protection around the head. It's actually protection from the head all the way down through the neck to control that angular acceleration.
Yeah, I mean, those are great points. And then the other point I wanted to make too is something you worked with, I believe, Steve Rosita and the Hockey Association on. I believe this is one of the first rinks in Minnesota now that has small cameras on the end up high on each rink. So in case there's a situation like what happened on the East Rink with Jack Jablonski 2 years ago, or with your daughter, even though that wasn't a home game, that there'll be video now that potentially you can go to. And at least see what a doctor could at least review that and see, and that's a nice investment that I was glad the association did that for the building too.
Yeah, no, I think it was great, and it really serves multi-purposes, because the part with Elena's injury where I suggested the association, geez, can you take a look at cameras, not from the standpoint of nobody's looking to question a referee or a call or anything like that. It was for, if doctors can see how people are injured, they can now, coaches can train players how to give a legal check, show how this was an illegal hit. They can also train players how to take a hit, not take a hit. Medical professionals can look and say, this is how that concussion happened. Is there equipment that can be worn, like the Kevlar cap or the AAR neck guard, that can prevent those kind of things? So then you take it past that, and I think this is when the association, they at least were nice enough to listen to me, but then when they started to think about it,
Right.
and why I
From
think
a
they made the
legal
decision,
point of view,
it
too,
was
and-
for
right.
coaching.
Yeah.
What they want to be able to do as a Bantam coach can now get game film because they don't have ParkTV
Right,
coming to
yeah,
Bantam.
exactly.
And if you looked at the quality of these cameras,
Right.
they're looking at their Pee Wee A coaches, their Pee Wee B coaches, their Pee Wee C coaches, their Bantam A, their Bantam
Yeah.
B, their Bantam C. All of their coaches being able to watch game film and show kids some things that they did well or not doing well. Not only plays, but maybe even hits
Yeah.
that they made. So the cameras will be used a lot. They're so simple. You walk into a room, you push record at the end, you pick up your CD.
You get your
the
CD.
technology, and so I,
Absolutely.
I'm not on the board of the association or anything. I just suggested it to them, and credit to Andy Neudecker and Steve
sure.
Rosine,
Yeah.
who said, you know what, this is something we're going to do, and they implemented them. And not quite the quality of Paul with ParkTV,
No, not
of
high
course
def
not,
with
but
color
high
and
def.
everything,
but they
but
do a nice job.
you
They
can
do a nice job.
Yeah, so that, and I don't know how many other rinks have that. And then just last thing is that we're kind of covering a lot here. Let's talk a little bit about your son Willie, who's on the Bantam A team here. I know a lot of times people will ask me, and I'm sure you from all your years being around the city, you know, how's youth hockey organized? And
Yeah.
you got mites, squirts, Pee-wees, and Bantams. So people, those are literally the names. They've been that way forever.
Yeah, yeah.
And Bantams are kids, you know, mostly boys. The girls have their own side too that are 13 and 14. And Bantam A is the highest level that Park has before you get to high school here.
Yes.
And your son was able to make that team, and yeah, I mean that's got to be exciting.
It's exciting. They've had a nice start. They were undefeated after their first 6 games. They lost their first game to Mound West Tonka. But for them to start out with a nice run early on, is nice to see. And obviously, you look at the Bantam group, you look at the Pee Wee group, the squirts and mites, and I tell you, if people are watching at home, I always say it's a great sport. We have great numbers, great participation in St. Louis Park, which bodes very well for Coach Keesley in the future because we have 4 Bantam teams.
Right.
You know,
Armstrong Cooper.
What do they have?
Combined schools. I want people to hear this. Where I live in Crystal, Cooper has about 450 kids in a grade. Armstrong's got over 500. Combined, they got 2 Bantam teams.
Yeah, so you think of St. Louis Park. So right there you're talking, they got 900 kids per class, and we got about 350 per class at our high school, and we got 4 teams. So I think people find this rec center a nice way to enjoy winter, keep exercising their kids. It's very comfortable for parents. It's a beautiful facility, and I think it's great for kids to come out and play some hockey and keep fit during the winter, and it's great that our numbers are up.
And just a shout out on that as we're getting ready to start the third period. You go to all the games are free if you want to come to a youth hockey games over here. I think just go to the slpha.org website and slpha.org and click on the team you want to watch, and a lot of times it's just great entertainment, and those are the kids a lot of times that'll be playing out here eventually. So
exactly, you know, and for anybody that lives close to this rec center, that's a great idea from our St. Louis Park Hockey Association website. You can click on a Bantam, Pee Wee, Squirt, Mite, whatever you want to see when there's a game. Come over here and watch it, and it's a tremendous amount of fun. I'll also say that about this high school game you're watching tonight.
Right.
Girls and boys, you want a cheap and expensive way. The high school games are only $5 to get in.
Right.
5 or 6, but.
Free if you volunteer your time.
Free if you volunteer your time. That's right. So they're great entertainment, and for those that live around the rec center in the winter, both the boys and girls, you see some good hockey. Get out of the house a little bit in the winter, and it's fun to watch.
And as we get ready to drop the puck for the third period here, the Orioles did cut into that 5-0 margin. The only goal of the second period, Anna Basill. Here's Bartholomew, the first line center against Arnson, as both first units will battle it out. 5-1 here, and we'll see the Basill sisters. Here's Anna along with Elena. Anna with a turnaround, and then she does a 360 pass shot. Not able to find her sister Elena, but Callie Heino will regroup behind the Mahtomedi. 17 minutes remain here, and let's see if the Orioles can cut into that 4-goal margin. Nice second period effort here. And here's Bartholomew on the breakout as well. Berggren, she's got 1 already. Nice job by Elena, able to fight, really used her body well to hold off the Zephyr player Bartholomew and gain some possession there. Nice long headman pass.
It was nice to see us put it deep without an ice and then get a
Without
change,
icing,
you know. And,
right.
yeah.
Got to hit that red line before you
that
shoot
red
it.
line. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there. You see the puck. We're going to be a face-off at center ice because the puck inadvertently was shot into the Orioles bench. Was not shot at Donnie Williams on purpose.
Well, you never know. It was the other team. They,
Take Donnie out, right? Donnie and the staff in their third year here after being involved with the girls. So 16 minutes remain here, and the puck is batted into the Zephyr zone this time in a nice attempt at a breakout, but a nice pinch down by Noreen from her right defense position. And Sophia, good forecheck as well that time by Klausing. And another partial break here. 1-on-3 situation, and that drop pass goes nowhere as Klausing's able to push that, but unfortunately she's not able to break the zone, and Erickson says, not so fast, I'm keeping that in on the far wall. Tie up there, both girls go for it, and a wrister is punched just wide of the net.
So Alyssa, number 6 on D, this is the first year she's got a regular shift out there. She's playing very hard on defense.
Yeah,
she's still learning. She's young, but you can't fault her effort out there. She's working very hard.
Yeah, that's Alyssa Meredith, who's right in front of the net right now. You just see all the girls battling for it up that wall there. A lot of aggressive checking going on and bodies going everywhere. Puck goes right out front. Oh, and it hits several bodies out front. As number 7 for them, that's Erickson, had a nice chance at a goal that time. Gander shoots it on net, but Staffney able to hold that. Puck out front again. Loose battle out front, and we'll see if Morris Cunningham can at least relieve pressure, and a partial change is on the way for St. Louis Park. So just what the doctor ordered there. Some scary moments in their own zone for Peyton and crew, but
they needed that change, no doubt about it.
Yeah,
they were bottled up.
Absolutely. So we've got Zephyr's able to maintain possession here too, as Kennedy Berggren able to gain that, and she's got Hagstrom and Selwood out there.
Nice pass by Leah.
Oh,
that could have got through.
Yeah, Leah cross-rink pass to Eva Rose, not able to get all the way through there. Peyton just going to say, I'm not going to deal with that right now, and I'm going to drop down on that. So there you take a look at Peyton. Peyton's just a senior as well out there. A lot of these girls play multiple sports. I was going to say, I meant to mention this earlier. St. Louis Park, known as one of the best academic schools in the state, and I didn't realize this till just yesterday, but Mahtomedi won all those Newsweek awards and U.S. World. They won both of them for the best public high school in the state.
There goes Molly with speed.
So here's Molly off the far side. Arnson, she's got Elena down low. Elena going for the rebound as the shot was put on net. And some girls exchanging pleasantries in front of the net here. They might not be going out for a soft drink, but
yeah, it's
there's a stop and go, and no matter what, she got it on net, and it was a little rebound. And your daughter shows that aggressive streak, and she's able to go for it there. So
well, the goalie did a nice job of not giving much of a rebound there.
Yeah, and again, that's Ficka Denny, the 8th grader. Face-off win for the Zephyrs here, but Anna gonna put a little shake and bake on her, and here's Elena getting some help by Molly, and oh my heavens, a really hard hit as both girls went really hard into each other, and they're both momentarily down, and thank goodness we're going to have a stoppage, as we had just talked about Elena, and she's down partially on the ice, number 17 there with Molly, and she's up. She's skating hard, and we'll hope everything. I don't know if we have this, Paulie, but look at this. Boom. Those girls were going full speed, and it was head-to-head contact.
Yeah.
And I'm with Elena's dad, John, up here, and so I believe the trainer is working her way over there, and they're going to talk to both the girls, and it looks like everything's okay. So back to live action as both the girls getting administered to there. The Zephyrs able to win the draw, and Erickson will start the breakout this time. Heinel getting some help with Rathmanner out there, as well as Bergstrand. St. Louis Park momentarily able to break the zone there. Get a little help on that. Everything clogged up on the far side of the rink this time, and Berggren on a 2-on-2 situation has the shot carom off one of the Oriole defenders. I believe that hit Bridget Duffy's leg and bounced behind the net. We got about 4 or 5 bodies down there, and Sophia Noreen, the backhand pass up the near wall here. Nice job on the defensive forecheck as Erickson was. Oh, wow. Did you see that?
What a save by Staffney there.
And Staffney with a drop down, and the
Lauren Lauren was issuing the pitchfork and got away with one. So
I didn't mean to say, oh, wow.
Oh, now the power play for the Orioles.
Oh, it is.
Yes, and I think,
Paulie, I don't know if you have that whole sequence when the puck goes back. Here, take a watch on this here. Here's Lauren right here. Now watch, Erickson is going to be behind her here, and the referee's here.
This is called the old pitchfork.
There we go. There's that's why I went whoops.
That's pitchforking some hay there.
Yeah.
But the Orioles got away with one down. It looks like they're coming out. It looks like Elena and Molly, both who were, you give them credit for working so hard. They had some speed when they ran into each other. They just got to make sure they know where they're at.
Well, I'm glad they're both out there.
Yeah, and they win a draw. Oh,
Noreen hits off the instep of the skate, but Park with the Basill sisters and Arnson back to Noreen at the point. Orioles look like they're going with just almost an umbrella here with just one defenseman at the point. Noreen working the middle. She's working it off to the sides of the umbrella. Lauren Brune-Bryant going to go back and forth to Noreen. Noreen going to put it down low on net, momentarily taken away, and going to be shot out this time as the Orioles will have to regroup. So just what the doctor ordered for the Orioles, minute 30 remaining in the power play, and we'll see if the Orioles can cut into that 4-goal lead. Zephyrs have been shut out since the end of the first period, so really nice effort here, and we'll see what the Orioles can do here. Brune-Bryant able to get a stick on that momentarily, but unfortunately for the Orioles, Krebsbach is going to relieve some pressure there. So nice crowd on hand here tonight. I want to encourage you to come on out and support the St. Louis Park girls program, both boys and girls hockey, girls basketball, and I know gymnastics as well, who plays over at Central. They have their matches. So good to see Molly and Elena out there so fast. I'm sure the trainer did a
quick
little eye test, and Dad was watching, I'm sure, too. So there you see a shot of Elena there, number 17. Good camera work by the crew. I think Misty on camera along with, I don't know if that's Ben. Shout out to Ben, who won't even hear this, but here's Elena. 45 seconds remaining in the power play. She's going to wind down low and work very methodically, operates like a surgeon in the Mahtomedi zone as she tried to carve up space. And the puck is going to be pushed out, and the Orioles will have to retouch to reset the situation there, and they're going to relieve pressure and kick it all the way down with just 20 seconds remaining as they change their forward groupings. This is Berggren out there again. Berggren with a nice job on the forecheck. And just a turnaround, and she steals it off the blind pass. Puck is shot on in, partially hits a stick. Still 5 seconds remaining in the power play, but definitely the advantage of Mahtomedi here, and now Heinel will gain full speed here as they're back to full strength. Zephyr is able to kill the penalty here. Orioles trying to regroup in their defensive zone and break it out here, and at least a nice job that time by, I think that was that Alyssa Meredith? Or no, that was Anna, I'm sorry. Anna was able to get it out, at least relieve pressure. Orioles finished their line change, and that first unit's still out there for them with Heinel. Can't really see what's going on the boards there as both teams battling hard. Here's Heinel, wins it behind the net, pushes it over to Berggren. Berggren momentarily checked off that puck, and it is swatted back to the point there and pushed all the way around to the near wall here, where both teams battle up on the glass. Nice spacing by Mahtomedi that time. Bartholomew not able to ring it around, but Berggren capitalizes behind the net. Back out to the point to Dean, the senior captain. Tries to put it on net, but it's momentarily batted through by Eva Rose that time. Good sustained pressure for nearly a minute and a half in the Orioles zone here by that first unit. You can see, and those girls say so well spaced out too, and they know where each other are. Like your daughter and Molly, and you can tell the girls that have played a lot together and practiced a lot together. And
a lot of these girls, I'm sure from Mahtomedi, especially the way they're structured in their youth, have grown up playing together, and it's an advantage. You even see it with some of our girls when they get together because they've played so many years in the youth.
Right.
When they play with people that they've played with, they just kind of instinctively know where people are.
Yeah, absolutely. So got a line change here at the 9-minute mark as both teams will change up their units. It's second unit out there now for Mahtomedi, and here's Morris Cunningham behind the net trying to battle McAlpine off the puck. McAlpine 17 there. She's got St. Martin and Rathmanner with her. Puck is momentarily pushed out to the wing and shot wide of the net, but Erickson will go over to the far wall and does a nice job banking that pass to a line mate. Right out front, Alyssa Meredith able to push that up towards Coach Williams and the staff, and with enough authority to get it down, but not too hard to cause an icing. So just what the doctor ordered there. Erickson with a nice breakout sequence here to Rathmanner. Rathmanner with speed, possible 2-on-1 here. Nice job by Bridget Duffy, able to work the boards there. Again with speed. Oh, what a takeaway situation there. Bridget had her pass stolen away by McAlpine. But with 8 minutes remaining, 3 Zephyrs will be Johnny on the spot here as they go back to their own zone, and the Orioles finish their change. And Anna from behind able to cause a turnover, and her sister Elena with a hard slap shot high off the blocker that time, and possible long rebound, but nice job by your daughter, but it's also a nice job by Johanna Ficadenti, is able to corral that rebound, as Anna caused a nice turnover here with her back check, and I'm not sure initially if the puck was lost that, but boy, that was really high off the shoulder blocker.
Yes.
Arnson goes to the backhand off the faceoff here. Molly not able to convert. Orioles got a lot of times with the third forward, when you're behind, you're gonna have that third forward constantly pinch it in, constantly trying to get an extra advantage offensively that's going to possibly create some better offensive chances for the other team, but got to take that chance. Nice high arcing pass from from Noreen off the boards here, and Molly's able to knock it in. Noreen using that glass to her advantage. And here's Arnson, backhand steal, another turnover, nice pass over to, I believe that was Rose out front, along with, Rose and Baker out there. And here's Rose. Oh, nice Johnny on the spot by Staffney that time as the puck momentarily skidded free. And it looked like Marshall was almost going to be the benefactor of that as the puck hits off the skate, and Staffney, thank goodness she was really paying attention there.
Yeah, very quick.
Yeah.
And again, good time to cover it too.
Yeah.
Still had kind of a mixed line out there for us, and Molly was tired, so it gave it an opportunity to change.
Nice job off the face-off win. Peyton able to redirect that into the corner, but they've got it again, and a shot. Oh, just barely missed the far side of the net here, and Park's going to regroup as they've got a 2-on-2 situation here with Baker and Rose. It's not a law firm, it's a line. Baker and Rose. I don't know why I thought of that.
Right. Very well could be, right?
Okay. Yeah. Just over 6 minutes remaining here. Oh, and there's another part of that Baker and Rose unit. Brune Bryant scooches around, and she's going to play some defense there as Lauren with a possible poke check. But for the Zephyrs, they're able to gain possession and finish their change on the offensive side too. If you just joined us, it was 5-0 after one period with a few, as the Zephyrs were the benefactors of a few good face-off wins that cost some goals. And for the Orioles, they did get a goal in that second stanza, and Staffney had some nice saves as well. One of the dignitaries for St. Louis Park Hockey stopping by, Tom Wright, an 83 grad who was captain of the team. He's going to strap on the headset. He will be part of our announcing crew on occasion here, and we're happy to have him. Tom, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
It's great having you.
It's good to see you, Tommy.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah.
We've got a very experienced Mahtomedi team here that got an early lead, Tom. And they returned all their players from last year and are picked high in their Classic Suburban, but Parks kind of battled them pretty hard. So.
Yeah, that's tough when you got everybody coming back.
There's Elena Basill shoots it into the corner that time, and for the Zephyrs, able to regroup in her own zone is Krebsbach as she works it off the near wall here and up the zone. Here's Amy. Tries to find her line mate Berggren on the offside, but she's unable to do so. And that puck is rattled out to center ice here. Just 5 minutes remaining in the third period here. And if you just joined us, the Orioles have come back nicely. A barrage, Tom, of shots in the first period caused several offensive chances, and the Zephyrs converted several face-off wins into 3 goals right off face-off wins. Really excellent work there. But
and it's good to see it, Tommy. I had an opportunity to be around Tommy and youth girls up in the when the years of us being merged with Park, Armstrong, and Cooper, and of course we found out how small of a world it is, because when you play against guys but you don't know it. But we played against each other in high school, and of course then he's good friends with a friend of mine, Todd Treathart.
Todd Treathart.
Yeah, and so it's good to see you.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to watch some of these girls after coaching them at the U10 level. And
yeah, you probably had a few of these girls going back. Tom, I don't know if you have here's the roster for Park if you want to take a look at some of the names here. But yeah, we're hoping to have Tommy, as we mentioned. Oh, shot on net that time by Baker. And that puck is momentarily frozen that time. Nice piece of work by Alexis, as the Orioles are going to change all their unit. Nice work. Yeah, we're happy. You know, on occasion, I hope Tom can join us this year on occasion for games. We'd love to have his insight. As we mentioned, both him and John were 83 grads, so they played against each other in high school. And I'm sure Reitzer tried to go on the high glove, and Bays probably tried to put a shutdown on that, but I don't know if we got a ruling on that.
I would think most of the time Tommy scored. my team knew not to give many shots up, I'll tell you that.
There you see.
I was the best offensive weapon for any coach put him in, because the forwards knew to keep it in the other end.
That's right.
Listen, you're well regarded, right, sir? John hosted a party over the summer as he had an exchange student live with him last year. And guess who shows up at the party but Willard Eichela? So nice. You're well regarded when you get Ike to come to the party.
It was sure nice to see him. I haven't seen him in a number of years, but he's got some Finnish background in him, and it was nice for him to come. And of course, he left before the party went too late, but it was nice to have that Finnish family in town. I think the party went to dang near 3 a.m. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was. Oh, and then we got some contact down low here, and Lauren Brute-Bryant inadvertently, I think, made hard contact in the corner that time. I think that's number 7 Erickson for them. We've had a few situations here where there's been some contact. I don't know, Paulie in the truck, if you've got any video on that we can go to. Yeah, we've got a little problem there, but we're going to have the training staff come out here. Tom, we had a long discussion during the second intermission about John's daughter Elena, who just came back to hockey this year after having a really bad concussion last year, and she's been fitted with a special Kevlar protective gear that goes in her helmet, and then she and another Oriole inadvertently ran into each other right early in
the game today.
Yeah, early in the third, but they were, thank goodness, fine. So
that's good. Looks like she's getting up.
Got a little bit of the action.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Looks like it's going to be a check from behind her. She was partially falling.
Yeah,
I don't know if she lost her right.
She was kind of going down already when she had contact her in the back.
I think she kind of felt that Lauren was coming hard and kind of stepped in front, but then kind of lost her balance, and Lauren was right behind her, and into the board she went.
And it looks like everything's going to be okay. She might have had a problem. She's favoring, it looks to me like, I don't know if it's her arm and her legs seem to be fine, but that actually, is that number 11 for them?
That's the captain there.
Yeah, that's Madeline Marshall, one of the senior captains on the blue line for them. So, well, glad Tommy could stop by, because we needed somebody to sit up here in the booth, Tom, that actually has a manly look and facial hair for Movember. Tommy coming at you with a nice set of, there we go, Tom. Why don't you show the people at home your facial hair, Tom? Take a quick,
That's right. I
Grizzly Adams up here.
I have a face for radio. Yes, I do.
Well, I've got a body for radio too, so nice to meet you. But so looks like everything's going to be fine. Nice training staff going to take her for maybe take her over to Methodist for some X-rays here. For all home games, not only is there a trainer on site, but Sean Matthews is here tonight from the athletic office, and she's kind of the site manager. There's a site manager for all games, so she'll make sure the necessary medical help is provided. First unit out there for the Zephyrs, Berglund, Bartholomew, and Heinel out there again. This unit is generated 3 of their 5 goals and numerous chances. Back to Dean at the point. Dean works it on the near wall here over to Bartholomew. Bartholomew back to Dean. Dean misses badly on that attempt at a shot. But Heino back to the point again. This is Krebsbach. Amy Krebsbach going to that right-handed shot. She's working it on her backhand down low. Into the corner that time. She's got Heino as well as Bartholomew there. And there's Dean. Nice job on the umbrellas. It's a 5-minute, we should mention, it is a 5-minute power play situation to end the game over that major that Lauren Brune-Bryant received. Krebsbach again over to Heino. Heino, the junior center for them. As they work it nicely around here for the Zephyrs, and good hand-eye coordination, and also nice job though that time by Arntzen, the senior for St. Louis Park, able to steal and dump it down.
Yeah, the Orioles are doing a nice job of keeping them on the outside there, not letting them get into the middle.
Yeah, good chance for Coach Williams and his staff to work on their their penalty kill situation as well. And nice job that time by Mahtomedi, able to gain possession as St. Martin out there now. She's joined by McAlpine and Rathmanner on the forward line. Rathmanner over to McAlpine. Back to Rathmanner, and McAlpine fires that on net, and then a rebound situation that time by Rathmanner is pushed in the side by Staffney. Rathmanner, cross rink pass that time over to Amy Krebsbach. Krebsbach and Rathmanner playing catch. Krebsbach attempts to fire a one-time shot, but nice job by Cunningham, able to get a stick on that for the Orioles. Just passing it around the far wall. Here's a possible opportunity at an opening. Puck is shot on net, and Staffney able to drop down, and Rose is momentarily going to gain possession of that puck and at least clear it to the far blue line, where the Orioles are going to be able to change their forward unit. Just a minute 20 remaining in the game and in the penalty. St. Louis Park putting Catherine Evans out there to get some playing time, number 26, the freshman. You've got Alyssa Meredith out there, also a 9th grader. Nice hard slap shot that time by the point, and Erickson, who we've seen offensively create a lot, gonna let it go again. Tipped beautifully that time. Erickson slap shot from the point, redirected by, I believe that was that number 6, Krebsbach?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it didn't hit one of our players.
Or
maybe,
it might have hit a couple of sticks. And Staffney, who turned away everything the last 2 periods, unfortunately nothing she could do there. So
nice tip by them.
Yeah, make it 6-1 here, and it looks like the Zephyrs indeed will remain undefeated on the season here. Tommy, they had a nice win, a shutout over Rogers the other day too, the coach was saying, and so just 50 seconds. They'll remain on the power play because of the major, and that's Erickson, who just tallied an assist, is going to push it down low for them. Nice stop and go move that time. This is Marshall out there for them. Marshall in the corner. Puck is shot back to Seidel. Seidel and Ryan out there, as well as Kennedy Berggren. Stop and go, and here's Erickson lining up the slapper again, and Staffney drops the right pad out. She was going left to right, Erickson, nice, and then she shot it back against the grain, which, as you guys know, is the toughest save. When the skaters go in one direction. We got a trip there, but they're going to let that slide with only 10 seconds remaining. Erickson with a wrist are going to go wide, and Staffney able to at least get that pad down, and this is going to end things tonight. So we're going to finish at 6-1 here, as that lone power play goal is all we've got as a marker in the 3rd period. And the 8th grader, Johanna Ficadente, does give up the 1 goal for them, but she's otherwise been perfect on the season for them, as I believe they've only allowed 2 goals now in their 4 games. So
yeah, that's very good defense. They got a good defensive core, and you kind of look at the story of the game. You take away the first period, and we got a tie ball game, 1-1.
1-1 after,
and they didn't let up. I mean, they kept their first line coming at them, but I think the difference was we just came out a little flat in that first period, and they controlled the draws. But not only did they win the draws, after they won the draws, they really executed well. It's one thing if you win a draw and you don't do much with it. But, boy, they won the draws, and then, everything from getting good shots to us not tying up people. They just controlled that first period on basically not only momentum, but winning the draws.
Well, and that really was the story of everything. Is Coach Williams going to get together at center ice with Coach Dave for the Zephyrs, have a little conversation. We should mention next Oriole girls home game here, Tuesday, December 3rd, as the hated Hutchinson Tigers come to town to reinforce the rivalry. And if you're an Oriole boys hockey fan, opening game of the Terry Keesley era is going to be Saturday, December 7th, as St. Louis Park hosts Henry Sibley. Remember to go to Park, I don't know, Paul, if we have the graphic package, but remember to go to ParkTV.org, ParkTV.org, if you want to get a copy of this game or any game, or watch any of the live or the video web streaming or on-demand programming, or you can call Paul directly if you want to buy a DVD of the game. Yeah, some people even use the phone nowadays. I know it's amazing, guys, but some people literally will pick up a phone and call somebody.
But when you do that, Frommer, it takes an hour of my day.
That's why I'm Twittering more, because I want to keep my friends and not keep them on the phone so long. Tommy knows that. I've been Twittering him a lot lately. So, along with Tom Wright and John Basill, I'm John Fromm. Any final comments before we break away tonight?
It's good to be back with you, Frommer. We don't see enough of each other anymore. And Tommy, it's always good to reacquaint and see you.
Good to join you guys.
Well, and we're really looking forward to the crack staff here. And if you have any comments, give Paul a call. Otherwise, final score here from the rec tonight: the Zephyrs from Mahtomedi 6 and the Orioles 1. Good night.